This next experiment is called Diver in a Bottle and is probably one of my favorite ones of the entire 4 weeks. So the materials you need for it are some gravel for decorations, modeling clay, and this can be found I found it at Target. You can also find it at somewhere like Michael's, a craft store. Play-Doh does not work because it disintegrates in water, so this is the never dry out bake to harden clay. You need a pen that has a removable pen cap. You're going to need 2 paper clips. Just the small ones are fine. You're going to need a water bottle full almost to the top with just a little bit out. And then a pitcher or a Tupperware container full of water to test your diver. And then some green plastic wrap makes some nice decorations. So let's get started. So first I'm going to make some seaweed to go in the bottom of my bottle. So I'm going to tear off some cellophane. And then you can tear it into strands. And then you can wrap them together like this, twirl them together. Oops, came apart. That's okay. And then add a paper clip for weight. So it'll look like this. And then do it one more time so you can have a little bit more seaweed. So tear off a strip, twirl it together, and then add on a paper clip for weight. Because otherwise it'll just float at the top. Okay, and then we're going to start decorating our bottle. So uncap it, and then you can add some rocks in the bottom. Okay, so I have some rocks in the bottom, and then I'm going to put my seaweed in. So here are the decorations in my bottle. So then next we're going to start working on our diver. So you take the pen cap off and you don't need the pen. And then this cap has a hole, it's open on the top like most pens are. And this won't work for the experiment, so you take just a tiny piece of clay and put it over the top. Just like this. There doesn't need to be very much up there, just a little bit. Then you're going to take another piece of clay, about this much is probably going to work, maybe a little bit less. We're going to figure out exactly how much. Roll it up and attach it to the end of the pen. Just like this. Make sure the hole where the pen would go in is open, that there's no clay stuck in that, because that's where the air will go in. So now here's your diver, and we're going to test to see if he's the right weight by putting him in this water pitcher. This one's too heavy because it sinks down to the bottom. So you take off some clay and try again. This looks just about right because you want barely any of the pen cap to be above the surface. So if I take a little bit off, then I'll show you what too light looks like. If it's floating way above, this is a point where it's almost angled, then that's too much. Too light. So put some on. Okay, so here our diver is perfect. I'm going to take a little bit off. Okay, so here our diver is perfect. So we're going to add him to the water bottle. And the water bottle should be completely full up to the top, and then screw the cap on, and then here's where you hope it works. So you're going to squeeze the bottle, and our diver sinks down to the bottom, and then you release and he comes back up. It looks like my seaweed is getting in the way, but otherwise he would go all the way down. And he touches the bottom, and then you release and he comes back up. So that is a diver in a bottle.